Hey guys, what's up? My name is Gabby. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be filming my May book haul. Really excited about this book haul because I got a lot of really great books this month. I think I actually bought more books for myself this month than I've received this month. I just wanted to apologize that I've kind of been like MIA on this channel this month. This quarter is like kicking my ass with all the reading and writing assignments, and yeah, being an English major is hard. So sorry about that, but yeah, let's just jump right into my book haul. As usual, I'm going to start with my 3 May book of the month picks. First one is Still Lives by Maria Hummel, and this is an adult thriller. It takes place in the art world of Los Angeles. Kicks off with this girl going missing who's going to be doing an art exhibit that night for danger and violence against women. Like, that's what her exhibit is about, and then she goes missing that night of her exhibit, and then it follows the editor at the museum that she works at, I think, and then it's like it follows her story of like trying to figure out what happened, and her boyfriend is like one of the people that's accused of like harming the girl. I don't know, it sounds really interesting, and this cover is fucking beautiful, so I can't wait to read this one. The second one is The Mars Room by Rachel Kushner. This is a literary fiction novel, and it has to deal with women in prison and like the violence against women in prison. You can kind of see a theme among this month's picks. This one just sounds really interesting, and I do really like this cover too. And the last one is The Perfect Mother by Amy Malloy. This is another adult thriller. This one is kind of being compared to Big Little Lies. It follows this group of moms who all gave birth in the month of May, and then one of the babies goes missing in this group of moms, and then there's like chaos, and they start looking into the lives of all these moms, and all their like secrets get revealed. And I actually did end up reading this book this month, and it ended up being kind of okay. Wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but yeah, you'll hear more about this in my wrap-up. Simon & Schuster sent me Lying in Wait by Liz Nugent. This is the same author as Unraveling Oliver, but I never got a chance to read that thriller yet, even though I really want to. But this is her new adult thriller, and this one comes out June 12th. Follows this girl who, like, her husband may have accidentally or not killed this woman. Yeah, it's interesting because her husband, Andrew, is a respected judge, and then he may have accidentally killed this woman named Annie Doyle, because no one knows what he and Lydia, the main character, were doing with a drug-addled prostitute late at night on a deserted stretch of the Strand near Dublin, and no one sees them stuff her body into the trunk of their car and bury it in their tiny suburban garden, hoping that they will put the matter to rest. Annie was a junkie from the wrong side of the tracks. Surely no one will miss her or care to discover what happened, except that she has a sister. It sounds like crazy. Like, I really want to read this one. Next up, Berkeley sent me The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This is a new romance novel that is coming out in June. Follows this girl named Stella Lane who has Asperger's, and her love interest, Michael, is half Vietnamese and half Swedish. So there's a lot of different representation happening in this book. So basically the premise is that because of her Asperger's, she's always felt like she's not very good at sex and relationships, and she struggles with like intimacy and that kind of thing. So she hires this guy who's an escort named Michael, and he has like the biggest heart. I read this book this month and I fucking loved it so much, and you'll hear more about this in my wrap-up, but holy shit, it was so cute, and it's a new favorite romance of mine. It was the cutest. Berkeley also sent me The Intermission by Alyssa Freeland, and this one comes out in July. This is a contemporary fiction novel. It follows this married couple who have just hit this rut. They've been married for 6 years and they just aren't happy anymore, so they decide to take a 6-month break, like an intermission, live on separate sides of the coast. And then the novel's told from alternating points of view to see like what went wrong in their marriage and that kind of thing. It kind of sounds like After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid, but this cover is so cute and I can't wait to read this one. Next up, I partnered with Get Underlined to talk about We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This is the paperback version. I actually read this book in hardcover when it first came out in like 2014, and it's like a young adult thriller mystery. It follows these friends who are like on this island. Intense, and that ending though, I still remember how shocking and crazy the ending of this book was. But this paperback comes out at the end of May. These last ones are all ones that I bought for myself, so I'm gonna start with my book outlet haul that I got at the beginning of the month. And the first one is Before We Met by Lucy Whitehouse, and this is a thriller. I don't know too much about this one. I just saw it over on Books and Lala's channel, and I saw that she really enjoyed it, so I like immediately ordered it, and I didn't want to know too much about it before going into it. All I know about it is follows this married couple, and the guy goes on a business trip and he like never comes back, and then she has to figure out like what the hell, like there's been all these lies in their marriage and that kind of thing. It kind of sounds like The Marriage Lie, which is a thriller that I really enjoyed a while back, so I'm hoping it's kind of like that. Then another one that I got from Book Outlet is The Perfect Stranger by Megan Miranda. This is another thriller that I saw mentioned on Books and Lala's channel. I've never read anything by Megan Miranda yet, so really want to jump into this one. It says Leah Stevens has lost her job at a Boston paper and damaged her professional reputation when she unexpectedly crosses paths with her old roommate, Emma Gray. The two impulsively decide to relocate to a small town with the hope that they can leave their past behind. But soon after their arrival, a woman who looks just like Leah is left for dead and Emmy goes inexplicably missing. The police are unable to find any trace of Emmy. Is it possible that Emmy never existed at all? Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like it mainly follows like two female friends and then one of them goes missing and maybe she never existed. I don't know, it sounds crazy. I want to read this. Last book that I got from Book Outlet is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I only know that it's like a post-apocalyptic book and it follows this theater group of people, and I just know that a lot of people consider this one of their favorite books ever, and I really want to read it. Like, I'm hoping to read it this summer, like as soon as my quarter's over. I just want to dive right in and hopefully I love it. One that I bought off of Amazon, and I didn't buy this for myself. I have to read this book for class starting like in a week and a half or so, and that's Venus in Furs. This looks like a total like pornographic cover, and I guess this book, the way my professor described this book is that it's the 19th century 50 Shades of Grey, I guess, or maybe even the 18th century. It's like, it's really old. I don't know if it's like about sex. I don't know what, I have no idea what this is about, but I have to read this for my class, so should be interesting, I guess. And it's really like short and small. It's only like 140 pages, and I don't know, there's like nothing on the spine. Like, I feel uncomfortable about this whole thing. It's weird, very weird. And the last three books are all books that I found at Goodwill for like hella cheap, and I'm so excited about it. First one is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and I found this book for only $4 at Goodwill, and it's a little worn, like on the edges a little bit, like there's a little tear, but you know what? I don't even fucking care. And I just read my first Kristen Hanna book, The Great Alone, recently, so this one is her other like super hyped book that I've heard nothing but good things about, and I've really been wanting to read this one for a long time, so I was so excited when I found this. And all I know really about this is that it takes place in France in 1939. Another one that I found is All Is Not Forgotten by Wendy Walker. This is a thriller. The first thriller that I read from this author was Emma in the Night, and I really enjoyed that one, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading this one too. It says everything is perfect in their small town in Connecticut until one night when young Jenny Kramer is attacked at a local party. She is given a controversial drug to medically erase her memory of the violent assault. Interesting. And lastly, I got Everything You Want Me to Be, and I also found this one for like $4, and it's in perfect condition. Like, it looks brand new, and I'm so excited about this. And all I know about this is that this is an adult thriller. I got a lot of thrillers this month. Follows this girl named Hattie, but then she's found brutally stabbed to death, and then they try to like figure out what happened in the year leading up to her brutal death. I've seen a lot of like mixed reviews about this book. I feel like people either love it or hate it, so I'm really fucking curious to read this. So I really need to go to Goodwill more just to like look in their book section, because they do have like a lot of new releases. Like, I saw Woman Number 17 in there, and I already have that book, but I was like, holy shit, this is like new. It's only like a year old. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and sorry I didn't have a Page Habit box this month. I know I did 2 last month, so I think I didn't have one for this month because the new one that's coming hasn't arrived yet. So thank you guys so much for watching, as always. Hopefully my wrap up will be up soon in a few days. I will see you guys next time.